Hey all, this video is designed to walk you through the mechanics and wiring for using a button with an Arduino. For this video, you will need the Arduino and breadboard, a multimeter, some alligator clips, the button, several wires, and the resistor with color bands red, black, red, gold, or something above about 1,000 ohms. Before we use the button with the Arduino, it is essential that we understand how the button works and what it does. If we turn our multimeter to the continuity setting, which looks like a little arrow with a Wi-Fi signal, it can provide us a lot of information. The black lead should be plugged into the COM socket and the red lead into the milliamps, volts, and ohm socket. When the multimeter is on this setting, it will tell us when current is running between the two leads. If we close a circuit, it buzzes. So if I touch the two leads of the multimeter, it indicates they are connected. And if I touch each end to opposite ends of the same alligator clip, we'll see it starts buzzing as soon as the circuit is closed. Now here comes the fun part. If I attach an alligator clip to each lead, and then connect them to both ends on what we'll call the top of the button, then we see there's connectivity. We see that current runs across the top of the button. But something cool happens if I unclip this corner up here and move it to this corner down here. Right now, there's no connectivity, which is why the multimeter does not buzz. But when I press down, then there is connectivity. The current can flow, and the voltages are the same all the way around. I can use the Arduino to determine if there's voltage in one of the pins over here. Usually there will be none, but if I direct the voltage in using a conductor, the Arduino can read it as being present. So I will wire this Arduino up so that in PWM pin 2, there will usually be no voltage, but when I press the button, there will be voltage in that pin. First, I'll take the button and insert it into the breadboard. People generally span the middle of the breadboard with buttons. These buttons have bigger pins on them, so be careful and reasonable when you press it into the breadboard. We'll take a couple wires and use them to make this entire column, which says positive, 5 volts, and this entire column that says negative, ground. This will give us a lot of pins that we can access that have a value of 5 volts and a lot of pins that are ground. We want the entire top of the button to always have a voltage of 5 volts. So we'll take a wire and connect it to this top of the button. And then insert the other end into 5 volts. Now, from the bottom of the button, we want to send a signal to pin 2, all the way over here. So take a long wire and insert one end in line with the bottom of the button and the other end all the way over in pin 2. For reasons we will discuss in class, you'll actually also need to use a resistor on the opposite side of the button from the wire going into pin 2. You should plug the resistor into the bottom of the button insert the other end of the resistor into the breadboard, and then use a wire to make sure that this end goes to the ground. Again, we will discuss this in class why this is necessary. But please come to class with your button wired up.